Hey, Warrior Saints, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday's episode of our Crucifixional live stream. Father Chris here. Glad to have you beautiful people with us. We're talking about the requisite effort. You want something? You want to accomplish your goals? Want to achieve your dreams? Achieve your goals? Accomplish your dreams? Whatever you want it, you got to put in the effort. Ain't nothing comes for free. It is not going to get done with no effort. It's not going to get done with minimal effort. It's not going to get done with a mediocre effort. You give a little, you'll only produce a little. You give mediocre, you're only going to produce mediocre. But if you give the requisite effort, as St. Paul tells us in Colossians 3, to work heartily from your guts for the Lord and not for men, you will produce a great offering to the world, your highest contribution. And in fact, you may even accomplish your dreams. Now, throughout the week, we've been talking about how to do that. You got to give it all, and you got to start, as we said yesterday, early. Get up, get out of bed, and get after it and start producing. Today, we want to talk about what is it that you are producing. And one of my favorite books of all time, if you have never read this book, you should read it. It's called Essentialism, written by a guy named Greg McKeown. And he has this great saying that when we get so disparate and all over the place and we're focused on so many things, that we start to make a millimeter of progress in a million different directions. And so you think to yourself, yeah, I'm making a millimeter of progress, but all over the place, which is ultimately to say, I'm not making any progress. Instead, you have to have one thing that you focus on, one purpose. What is your purpose? That, brothers and sisters, you got to find. You got to find your purpose. Look, in Genesis chapter 3, when God creates Adam, he puts him into the garden, and he's representing human beings. And it says that he put him in the garden to till it and to keep it, right? Which literally means for us to produce fruit. And I don't just mean fruit on a tree, though that may be part of it, just producing food. But to produce fruit, to offer something to the world. That's our call. That's our responsibility. We have to have fruit. We have to produce fruit for the world. And as Paul tells us in Colossians 3, again, we'll look at it, to work heartily for the Lord, to work heartily to the Lord and not to men, right? Like we're offering fruit, the very best that we have, and give it to God. To do that, if you are, like McKeown says, making a millimeter of progress in a million directions, you're not offering any fruit. Instead, focus. Focus on one thing. Perhaps if you need to go beyond one, maybe a few things, but be narrow in your focus in what you're offering, what dream you're chasing, what goals you want to accomplish. I'll give you a perfect example. At the Warrior Saints Ministry, we don't do all kinds of things. We don't do all kinds of things at all. We do one thing. We teach the life of the cross. We teach crucifixional living. We're training warrior saints to become crucifixional warriors for Christ who kick butt, excuse my crass language, and make their best and highest contribution to the world. That's all we do. We don't do other things. We do not do other things, A, because we're not good at it, but B, because we're focused. And when we're focused and rising early, as we said yesterday, to get after it, we start to produce some fruit. And I want you to know this, and I don't say this boastfully, but just to show you that what I'm saying works. COVID shut everything down on March 13, 2020. That's when it hit us here in Arizona. Since then, we are nearing 1,000 videos. That's a 1 with 3 zeros. Like, that's not even really 2 full years yet, right? You understand that? In less than 2 years, we've produced 1,000 videos. That's just, we're focused on it. That's it. That's what we do. We teach online, we teach with videos, we're grinding, and we've got 1,000 of them out there. Like, you imagine? Don't say, oh, great, Father Chris. I'm just saying it to you to recognize that, look, when you give not a mediocre, but a great effort, the requisite effort, you can produce fruit for God. That's it. We're trying to do it. We're trying to lead. We want to call you and encourage you to follow with us. To do that, you got to visit warriorsaints.org. warriorsaints.org. This is where you can find the way of the warrior saint. It is our online database, our library filled with teachings to help you become crucifixional men and women, to become warrior saints who are setting aside our own will to do God's will. It's great. It's simple. It's fun. Join us. We love you, beautiful people. We're going to be back again tomorrow. Till then, as always, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.